And we are live. There we go. What about that transition, Zax? I'm going to mention you in every intro of every episode until you tell me I'm doing this perfectly. So, yeah, today we have, every week it's a special, here with Sunday Coding with Uncle Rockstar, but this one is extra special because it will be Sunday Coding with Uncle Rockstar and DerGigi, our great Bitcoiner who I respect for many different things, but if I would go on and say like the main thing why I respect him, it's because he's such a clear thinker. And maybe it's because I tend to be not so clear thinker and emotional. Gigi is kind of super clear thinker. So I can just bring up his website here, and you can see. Look at this. Look how clear and nice and organized it is. Right, Gigi?
Yeah, you should look at the code of the website. It's even more clear.
I was actually just going to jump into that, but look at this. Come on, yeah, welcome, Gigi.
I'm not as good as you. Like I missed 2 days. One was the day after Christmas or something, and one day I just fucked up in July or something like that. Well, I think I had a hangover.
Well, yeah, this is July. But here is the thing, man. This is how this goes. That was in the past, but so far 2021 is open. You got it. Yeah. Because since we started going, I started falling apart, man. See this?
Yeah, too many responsibilities, like you got involved in too many things at once.
Well, I like to think Bitcoin wants me elsewhere. That's how it is. Because here is the thing. If you do 2021, then you always have this, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So this will be my like profile, like main link, because I always have 2020. So, but enough about me. Let's switch to you, man. How are you doing? What's happening?
Oh man, I'm perfect. I'm doing really, really well. The only thing that isn't perfect is my setup currently, because I shot my machine yesterday by doing like never mess up your permissions on the Linux system. There are some things you can't undo, and you will have to reinstall. So that's what I did today, and but it's always fun setting up your system again. You learn something new, I think, every time. And that's what I did. And as you can see here on my page, I always say that I write words and code for Bitcoin. Most people know me for writing words, funnily enough. But the last, I don't know, probably like 20 years or so, I've been writing code more or less successfully. So studied computer science and got into professional software development the last like 10 years. And that's why I'm here, I guess. We're gonna write some code or look at some code together.
Yeah, I was just going to say that one of the reasons why you're here is because we've known each other for a few years now, and I never saw your code base, man. Like, what's up with that? How can we level up our friendship if we didn't code together?
Were you afraid to look? Because I did a bunch of open source things, and my as you can see, my GitHub profile is there as well. So you just my doors are open, Rockstar. My doors are open. Just come in.
But come in, Rockstar. No, man, of course I was afraid to look, because whenever you need to look through some Gigi door, it's like a rabbit hole, right? And then you go down the rabbit hole, you can't get out. So
one day I'll send you my my second GitHub profile with my from the old world, pre Bitcoin projects. There are some rabbit holes to explore.
Okay, I'm actually, I would love that our friendship moves that much so that you can selectively reveal yourself. Like, that's a big thing for us cypherpunks. Because I will.
And okay. I still have some surprises for you, Rockstar. So
okay.
Okay. It's an announcement of an announcement, so to speak, regarding our friendship. So watch out for that the next couple of weeks.
I will, because for me, man, with you, like that, there are so many things. I was looking at 21 lessons. It's, really going well. I mean, the whole ratings, Bitcoiners supporting your work, because I would encourage people. I know here on Amazon you can actually look into the book.
You can also read it online. Like it blows my mind that so many people buy it and like it, and actually like to spend money, because it's an open source book. Like it's published under a Creative Commons license, and the code, like it's MIT and Creative Commons, and everything is on GitHub, so you can compile it yourself. If you know your way around LaTeX, you can modify it yourself. You can just generate the PDF, print it yourself. You can generate ebooks. You can generate EPUBs and Mobi files and everything. Like it's completely open source, and you can also just read it on 21lessons.com. It's HTML there, and people still buy it and write nice reviews. So I'm blown away, because to me, I'm I'm happy with the book, but it was also, like it was the first thing I've ever written, and it was just, a very long tweet storm, and I compiled it into a book. And so yeah, I think when I would do it all over again now, I could do a way better job. But still, I'm humbled that so many people think it's useful and like it and write nice reviews and buy it and everything.
Well, you are already actually doing it another time, right?
Yes,
which will be.
I'm working actually on a second book. Yeah, but it's hard, man. Like as you know, Bitcoin wants you to do many things, and yeah, my current situation is that I'm trying my best to get up very early or stay up late and write like 1 hour at least a day, and yeah, but it's hard on the side of a full-time job, and I have a baby now as well, so many obligations.
Yeah, and then there is Bitcoin Twitter, right?
Oh yeah, shitposting takes up some time as well.
Yeah, because what we do on Sunday Coding with Uncle Rockstar, usually first 15-20 minutes, is going through what happened like last week. And we scroll through the feed, because that's because when we have guests, then it's guests feed first. And I see we saw, Jack is now following Surfer Jim. Like, what's up with Jack? He's like following old Bitcoin Twitter. You liking that?
I like it, because there's always, it doesn't matter if the price goes up or down or sideways. There's always some scandal going on, and just people finding it's just Bitcoiners. It doesn't matter what's going on. Just Bitcoiners will fight each other and will fight other people. And yeah, a lot of Bitcoiners were trolling Chamath for his diversified NFT portfolio, and he got into an argument with Surfer Jim, and Surfer Jim. Like Chamath told Surfer Jim basically that he's poor or something like that, and yeah, that wasn't a nice move. And so everyone is like, the plebs are definitely siding with Surfer Jim, and it seems that Jack is now siding with Surfer Jim as well. And yeah, Chamath, I don't know, I actually like the guy, but it's very hard to like someone. It's very hard to like someone if he has a diversified NFT portfolio.
And yeah, printing money will reduce income disparity and all that.
He has some interesting ideas about
whenever I see all of that, like I'm really starting to think, like, is it malicious? Because I refuse to believe that guy like Chamath like doesn't know what he's doing to that point where it's like like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, what happened back in 1970.
You might be right, because he's also on the record of just he wants to become one of the richest persons in the world and have a seat on the table to dictate where the world is going, so to speak. And I mean, since he's like he has no cash, so he's very asset rich, So printing money will
Pump his
benefit
assets.
him as the 0.0001% of the world. Like we saw that in the last.
Yeah, but
12
that's really
months
bad,
alone,
man. Right? Because he
Yeah,
like
you might be right. Yeah, that it's like a long-term play to cement his position in the 0. whatever percent.
Yeah, because on one hand he's saying, "Oh, this is all to help poor," but possessing the knowledge that he possesses, he knows like the bigger inflation you cause, the more rich will benefit, simply because they hold all the assets. I mean, I'm not super rich, like I'm nowhere near that level, but man, like I'm telling you, the last year, if you held any type of assets here in US, you're golden. You've made so much money. It's really unfair. And I don't know, man, like I'm more and more with guys like Chamath, I'm thinking like they know exactly what they're doing. They're just having this public image that they nurture, but through that public image they like do terrible stuff, like print more money. I don't know.
I don't know what to think of it,
because another guy that's kind of like, I don't know if he's dumb or what it is like with Lex. I saw him on your feed as well. He's trying to transfer his credentials from the other industries into Bitcoin, and he's so frustrated that Bitcoiners don't want to listen to him.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll give up on Lex. He will have to go through the shitcoin journey. I actually tweeted that at him, that he is going to be the shitcoin Iron Man. Like he will have to swim through the sea of shitcoins and paddle up to your incomplete mountain and whatnot. Like he will have to do it the hard way. And since now he's inviting people like Richard Hart on to his pod. So
where is that? That's completely crazy.
I don't think there's any helping anymore. Like it's all kinds of weird and bad and just. I actually like the guy as well. Like I
love him,
as well. And I think Lexfridman is also, like just a great person. He did some great things. He's obviously very smart, but I think what gets in the way of all these people is just their very large egos. You kind of need to have an ego to do those kind of extreme things that he's doing,
because
like he thinks very highly of himself, even though he's trying his best to stay super, super humble. But
look at this, man. I acknowledged everything.
Yeah.
He's like PhD and stuff,
and then he blocked you. Me as well. Like I sent him all the good Bitcoin resources. I talked to him on Clubhouse for a little bit, and I tried to be really nice and really helpful, and just try to explain in very short pieces why he should focus on Bitcoin first, basically. And it didn't help. And he blocked me for like no reason. We didn't even interact. Like,
man, I went word for word of what he wanted. He was like, I'm a human being. Okay, man, you are. He said that he got PhD and stuff, and I was like, yes, you got PhD and stuff. But I'm honestly, like, long term, I love this because Bitcoin has this way of breaking you down and then rebuilding you to be better. And I mean, if you
I mean, I can't wait to go back to all these tweets in like I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years from now. I think everyone kind of has to go through this journey. It seems I'm actually surprised that there's some younger people from the class of 2020 that didn't have to go through shitcoin hell. So it seems that some education is helping some people understand it without having to go through it themselves. But it doesn't matter how smart you are. It seems that an open mind, quote unquote, will lead you into shitcoin land, and you will just have to suffer the consequences.
Well, I'm honestly excited if Richard Hart is going to come on Lex's podcast. That would be hilarious because you see the comments on the screen, like people are joining up with. I memed him today. Yes, go Artie, and ASCII is enjoying my block. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just people see how much fun we are having. And then they want to join us, but they don't want to join Bitcoin without, like giving up all their fiat credentials, and you just can't do that. And for me, it's just we need to focus on all the good stuff that's going on, because you saw the Moscow time. I mean, Braj had a great meme here.
Yeah, it's like I actually had a lot of tweets about that, but it's since I tweet a lot, kind of. You have to scroll down far in my profile, but there were some great memes, man. Like Moscow time was a great meme. It's actually a countdown,
No, I think a lot of our mutual respect comes from the shit posting. Like you are probably one of the best shit posters that we have in Bitcoin. Let's see, that's 20. No, man, like that's also what got me when you said about Lex. You felt attacked personally. It definitely is, because he's like, oh, if you're shit posting this and that, and he was talking about all the stuff that you do. I mean,
a little bit down still. It's coming. It's coming.
There is Nick with Boiling Oceans.
Yeah. So this is almost this is Moscow time already. Like the twins.
Yeah. Here is the personal attack. Let's hear it.
Kind of interesting. I think that the pursuit of truth, through like tearing down bad ideas,
you moved it to a picture.
Can be done with grace, and to do it with grace requires a lot of skill. Like what people don't realize about disagreement.
Hello.
They think that disagreement is
okay.
You're here, but we must listen to Lex. Sorry, Gigi, he's more famous, right?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I wasn't just sure if I disconnected or not. But we can maybe summarize it. Like he said, if you're shit posting, you should put some effort into your shit posts. And I took that personally, because I put a lot of effort in my shit posts, and some of my shit posts are actual books and like articles that take you over an hour to read, and probably like, I don't know, 500 hours to understand properly. And he just didn't put any like he didn't put any work into understanding Bitcoin except for reading the Bitcoin standard. But it seems like it didn't take, because how can you read the Bitcoin standard and invite known scammers onto your podcast in like the next day? So
yeah, because
it's really weird,
This is the one article I wanted to slowly move toward focusing on your work, because, for example, this post is something I talked with Matt Odell about, the fact that you just can't influence people near and dear to you to buy Bitcoin. And then you wrote this, as you say, like it's a shit post, but it's deep shit post, like dear family, dear friends. You want to break it down for us? Because I
was well, it I think as every Bitcoiner, I just got frustrated with trying, like I basically stopped talking to family and friends about Bitcoin. I converted some. I converted some heavily, by the way. So I'm very proud of that. But it seems that people make up their mind before they think about it deeper. So if there are people that made up their mind that Bitcoin is just a scam or stupid or whatever, you will not be able to change their mind externally. Something internal has to happen. You cannot. It doesn't matter how much pressure you exert. It makes things worse. Like that's where Shill Lightly comes from. They need to know that the door is open, but just hitting them over the head with Bitcoin over and over and over again, it just doesn't take. I mean, it depends, like if you're really, really close friends and they love you and they trust you with your life, then it might work, then you can go American Huddle style to your people, to like 4 or 5 closest friends, and it's like, just please trust me on that. Just take, whatever money you have, take a couple $100, take a couple $1,000, and just go hard into Bitcoin and just hold it for 5 years, and please trust me on that. Like just don't fuck this up. But it doesn't work for your extended family and friends. It just doesn't work, not at all. And so I decided to sit down and write something that I just can't send to people, because I knew that people are going to reach out to me. Everyone kind of knows that I'm the Bitcoin guy, and they will reach out to the Bitcoiners they know. And it's the same questions all over again. It's like, is now a good time to buy? What wallet should I use? What about Shitcoin XY? And so on and so forth. And so I put everything in this long form shit post, and I basically tell them, yes, now is a good time to buy, because every time is a good time to buy, and you just should start stacking sats. And I linked at the very end how to set up your first mobile wallet, and to some other resources. And just I repeat over and over again that you just need to start stacking sats at that time in the market beats timing the market, and that you should stay away from shitcoins, and that you should just remove yourself from the equation and set up auto DCA. And I link to resources around sound money and try to educate as I go along here. But yeah, that's it was basically written out of laziness, because I always did this in DMs with people when they reached out to me, and now I just send them this one article, and I won't I won't talk to them anymore if they do not read it, because there is like it was translated in like 15 different languages or something like that, and there are audio versions of it, and you can read it. It's not super long. And if you want me to spoon feed it to you, I just don't have the time to do it. Just read the article.
Yeah, because one thing that I loved, especially when it comes to this post, is you posted it exactly like here is Audible version, with Bitcoin Audible.
Yeah.
You posted it exactly when we were doing you will never see a Bitcoin below 10,000 again. I mean, where it is when I was saying, okay, Hodl, this time you can do it, and where it is, April 27th. Yeah. So it's basically when it was getting out, and then it's like, you'll never see Bitcoin below 10K again. It got down to, but no, rejection. So, dear family and friends, I hope you listened. And
yeah, I even put it in the letter itself. I wrote, as of this writing, Bitcoin's market cap is around 137 billion. So we're basically like 10x from when I wrote the letter.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. A lot of people listened. I'm just not sure how many of my friends and family listened. But yeah, this particular shit post was very popular, and was translated into German, Portuguese, Spanish. There's an audio version in Spanish, Italian, Persian, Danish, Indonesian, Arabic, Chinese, Finnish. So it's wild. That's what I love about the community, and that's I can highly recommend to everyone. Just use good licenses. Like use permissive Creative Commons licenses for your content, and use good open source licenses for your code, and people will build up on it. Like that's the amazing part.
That's one of the biggest things that I like about Bitcoin, is because there are all this quality people. Like the reason that I don't write is you, Gigi. Like, what can I add on top of this? I would just be distracting people from Signal. And, this stream that I'm doing, as soon as there is another programmer that's also combining coding and, all this shit posting and memes, I'm going to move along. Because Bitcoin has a place for all of us and a mission for all of us, So in that sense, it's just what, Notre is saying here about ego. Ego is the killer, real killer.
And Bitcoin is the ego killer. Like, not many people know that, especially the new people that are coming in. They don't know that. And I think, people like Chamath, they don't know that either. It's ego has no place in Bitcoin. Like, it will crush you, and it will destroy your ego. And it, like, oh man, I think it happened a couple of times already. I think it's one of the main reasons why people suffer from Bitcoin derangement syndrome. They can't kill the part of that doesn't align with Bitcoin, or they can't kill their past regrets. Like there's so many. The most critics now in Bitcoin, they're just so insanely salty because they got into Bitcoin in like 2010 and sold in like 2012, and now they are just still journalists and poor and just will tell you why Bitcoin is bad. And if you dig into all the critics, it's always salt at the bottom. It's always salt. So and salt is basically ego. Like you were not humble enough to say, okay, I made a mistake, and just start accumulating again in like 2017 or something. Or it doesn't matter. Even now, like just start accumulating now. We still have like many 10x's in front of us. Like it's Moscow time will go down forever.
No, it's definitely that. Like people come in and they're like, I heard about Bitcoin yesterday and I'm here to solve all its problems, right? That's and we see it so many times and we're like, no, just like listen a little bit. And people are like, no, with Bitcoin Tina, he is always yelling, Tina, where is your episode? Because one link that I do have saved over here, where it is with, no, it's this one. Tina also piling on on legs, and it's like it all reminded me when peterktodd was talking about Snowden. Where is the, and that happened like maybe a few years ago. So Peter, where is he? He said it well. He's like peterktodd. Yeah, here it is. 2018. See?
yeah, it's a good point. Like, oh man, you know what keeps me up at night currently?
What?
I'm a huge Jordan Peterson fan and have been for a very long time now. Like,
me too.
Like for whatever reason, shortly before he blew up because of the pronoun stuff, I started listening to his lectures because someone, I think I found it on Reddit or something. I have no idea, but it's been a while, like it's like 5 years or something like that. I don't know. And I've read all his books and all of it. And now I'm actually a little bit afraid that he's getting into Bitcoin, which he obviously is, and he's still digging and reading, and I think he is very careful about it. But what if you need to slay him? I'm not sure if I'm prepared to do that. What if I need to slay? Like he truly is a hero of mine. What if I need to slay him?
But he follows you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
You DM him
after. Yeah. I'm in his DMs. Yeah.
So DM him, please don't make me slay you.
Yeah. I mean, I basically already, like, I'm trying my best to make him understand, but without being annoying. And he reached out to me / us because John Wallis, Robert Breedlove, and we had a discussion about his book Maps of Meaning, the Bitcoiners Book Club, and he reached out to us after that if we want to talk as a group. On
is that happening like soon? No.
Yeah, I hope it will. Like it's it's looking good. Let's put it like that. I think it's looking good. Yeah.
Okay, because people are watching this show, and rock stars are pretty. The people watching, they're really full of energy. So now that you said it, memes will start. Jordan, what's happening with Gigi and crew? Are you going to Venice or no?
I can't promise anything yet, but we're in contact, and I think he wants to do this properly, sort out his schedule, and talk to the right people at the right time.
Yeah, but because I
think he will talk to Saifedean as well.
You really think he will talk to Saif? I'm not sure, man, because that whole thread was non-conclusive. It was
no. Look on Twitter. He said, just go on Jordan's profile. It's a retweet of one of.
I'm obviously joking because you saw the Saifedean train
Yeah.
Like, who should I call? Seyfedin. Oh, Steven Rivera. There is my life coach. He's always going against the groove.
Yeah.
But
Contrarian.
he announced it.
Yeah, he was like, send me an email and we'll arrange it. So
where is the email? Okay, here it is.
oh, yeah, there you go.
And now we go.
So I think it's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who it is? Breed
no,
love.
it's fine. You
No, man, we're going for this. People seeing it on the stream, they're gonna now retweet all this, and their Gigi. Who was else? Like I forgot. It's John.
Yeah, John Wallis and also
John Wallis. And
Alex is his name, I think.
Stacy's
the Hard Money
boyfriend.
film.
No. Alan.
No, not Alan.
No, Stacy's boyfriend. That's what I'm gonna leave. Because
R. James BTC.
R. James BTC. Richard James.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought Alan was involved.
No, Alan was not involved.
Okay, let's go. Because Michaela, she's so awesome, man. Professor and her were in Serbia last year when I was also there, and I wish so much that like I saw them in person, but I didn't want to be pestering them, especially the whole COVID situation was happening, and the other health problems the doctor had. So Professor. But enough about our heroes. Even if we need to slay Jordan.
One last thing, Rockstar. Check your Telegram, because you were talking about Moscow time, and I did the work and pulled out the tweets. So
okay, proof of work. Let's go.
Proof of shitposting.
No, man, like these attention trolls are getting better and better. Well, let's see another one. No, but really, the secret ingredient of Bitcoin is crime. In a world gone mad, you can only resort to it's good old. Everything I want to do is illegal. Like that's it. I mean, the best thing is that it's a real book.
Holy crap, I need to get this book.
Yeah, with USDA and regulation and stuff. It's everything I want to do is illegal.
Yeah. Oh man, that's and it's so accurate. Everything Bitcoiners want to do. If it's not illegal already, it's gonna be illegal very soon.
Yeah, because all these Muppets in governments, they're trying to they make these promises that they obviously can't keep, but they don't see it. They're like Lex. They're like, oh, if I only could do this, then everything will be solved. Like such easy answers, and it's like
no. I could be the benevolent dictator. That's another thing that comes up over and over and over again. People think if only they could say. If only they could say what, for example, the laws are, what is allowed and what isn't, or what the monetary policy is, then everything would be great. That's how most people think.
They just need this one thing.
Crime. I have another one for you.
Okay. Well, see, we're getting, man. This is Sunday memes with Gigi. We give up. There won't be any GitHub.
I like to shit on Ethereum every time I can.
No, boy, philosopher is something, man. I'm telling you. to do
I can't
so
get
much.
over the fact that most people don't know that it was like a 70% pre-mine, you know, like literally nobody knows. Every time I'm posting it, I have people in my DMs super surprised and just in the replies, you know, oh, damn, I didn't know that, you know, like it was a 70% pre-mine and still there are ETH heads out there. They don't know it. Like they're all in ETH and they don't know. It's so wild. It blows my mind, you know?
No, but I think like actually when you look at the amount of money piled into this essentially like shitcoin, you know, magic machine, to me this is like a cost of inefficiency of like regulations, because you have USDT on Ethereum and you also have a bunch of VCs backing it up, so it's really like it illustrates inefficiency of our like political systems.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I actually changed my mind in the last couple of weeks about the whole shitcoin zoo, because I think, you know, if we only like if everyone would understand Bitcoin properly, everyone would be a maximalist.
Yes.
And I think this cannot happen because like it would bring about hyperbitcoinization way too quickly. So I think it's good that not only from the regulatory perspective, a lot of people made that point already, you know, like a lot of regulators focus on quote unquote crypto and just all of that. And Bitcoin can just do its thing and the cypherpunks can continue to write code and make it more resilient and so on. But I think also in terms of speed, I think it's really nice that hyperbitcoinization is slowed a little bit with all the stupid shit, you know, ICOs and DeFi and NFTs and so on. I really think that now, you know, because if hyperbitcoinization happens like tomorrow or in like 2 weeks, everything is fucked. Everything is fucked. Like it must not happen too quickly. It's just everything will crash and burn if it happens too quickly. So it's good to have like these kind of distractions and yeah, it's also an intelligence test a little bit. So it's
no,
also
man, but this is like I just can't get over the fact that like Litecoin is at 180. Like
oh, man.
what's
Can you go to the tippity top? Can you go to the tippity top of 2018? So just for everyone who doesn't know, that's the exact day that Charlie Lee sold everything. He sold at the exact top.
No, it would be so funny, man, if like Litecoin goes over that top. I mean, I'm telling you, like I can't get over the fact, like, well, what's?
I mean, just look at Doge. You know, it will happen. There's still a lot of new blood and new money coming in.
No, to me, you described it perfectly. Yeah, because this is all like the stuff that may, you know, like Bitcoin just has so much to do and has so much energy that like you just leave a little speck of energy not used by Bitcoin, it automatically gets captured by, as Justin Sun said, like, buy my shitcoin.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, Elon jumps in and it's like, oh, no, Dogecoin, buy Dogecoin.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you have.
Holy shit. I never looked at it. I don't look at charts.
Man, like, I've looked into Dogecoin. I've looked into Dogecoin repository like back in the day, and it's basically dead.
Yeah, of course it's dead.
There are like security flaws and stuff, and then you had like no Dogecoin. Like it actually doesn't work. But
can you do Doge BTC?
Doge BTC.
Doge USD, right?
No, you actually like before Elon tweeted. Like, here's the thing most people probably don't know. Like, you couldn't have synced up a new Dogecoin node because they're all, like, seed nodes were down. And then when he tweeted, there were some crazy people, they have more time and knowledge than they can use to, like, they recovered and provided, like, initial seeding nodes. So you can actually, like, sync a node. But
I see. But that's what I think, you know, I mean, on the one hand, it's a distraction and a welcome one. On the other hand, so many people are going to get wrecked, and that's why I have a problem with Flex and everyone else just inviting shitcoiners and shilling specific projects, because that's also why I never talk about shitcoins ever. I'm making an exception right now, of course. but
Close.
no, but just when I'm invited somewhere, I try not to point out any specific shitcoins, like even saying stuff like, for example, Cardano or whatever.
Sorry, man.
Because so many people are hearing that, and they are like, 10% of them are going to buy fucking Cardano just because some person mentioned it, and that's how it works and how it always works. And I hate the fact that Lex and other people do not see that. Him inviting Richard Hart, for example, I can already tell you how the hex chart is going to look like. It's gonna the episode is gonna air, and then the fucking chart is going to rocket to the moon, and it's all like all the stupid people are gonna get wrecked, and that's just why it's unethical to talk about shitcoins. It's absolutely unethical. But it's completely unethical.
But I think that we shouldn't put ourselves in that bad of a position, because it's the question of how much you can impact. And, like, you want best for the people, but that's the nature of entropy, that there will always be some waste. And that's how, again, I see the whole, let me not bring the chart again, but Bitcoin simply can't capture everything. Like, it's against the law of the universe. Like, that's how entropy works. So whatever Bitcoin doesn't capture, it just gets turned into shit. The good thing about this is also, like, Bitcoin is this, accomplishment. It's a realization of alchemists' dreams, where they wanted to turn shit into gold. Like, you can now actually do it. You just turn shit coins into Bitcoin. So
that's true.
I would just say, man, like, we do this, what you did with dear family, dear friends. Like, you say what is true, save your soul, and move on. Move on to GitHub. You go to GitHub and you fill in the holes.
Exactly.
So that's where I want to go with next. And we illustrate the process of essentially cloning a new repo and getting started, and finally
let's do this.
Gigi's code base. So should I fork you or not?
I don't know if you want to. You can, of course.
Let's not. Let's go. Gigi. So the way that I clone repos is I use source tree. Everybody knows by now. So this is how I do it. Maybe do desktop so you see it. Select folder.
Very good. So are you set up for JavaScript development? Because that's what it's.
I'm not sure I am, but I have you, so you'll set me up. Let's see if people are saying yellow is right, man. Before we close that topic, because to me it's all like, are you doing 60% good, and like 40% of what you're doing is evil? So we will live with you. But if you're doing like 40% good and 60% evil, then you should stop. So don't be too.
It's always a trade-off, Like, I think that's just to spend like 2 more minutes on that. I like to talk about Ethereum a lot because I actually know it. Like, I was an Ethereum believer for a long time, since
there we go,
a computer science background and just believing in unstoppable code. I was fooled for the longest time, and it's
and you just don't want people to suffer the way you suffer.
Yeah. Oh man, I think your maximalist conviction is not in all cases, but I know of many cases where this is true, where it correlates directly with the amount of suffering you had to go through. And for me, I'm not sure if I did the maximum amount of suffering. I think Hasma Cook maybe did, but I had a lot of suffering. Like I made all the mistakes. Like I traded, I mined. The only thing I didn't do was cloud mining, but I mined shitcoins, I mined Bitcoin, I went hard into shitcoins, I and I was looking into writing smart contracts and all of it. Like I read all the fucking white papers. Like I even read the fucking Ethereum yellow paper like 2 times, and I still don't understand it. It's
But you were
because it's
pretending
written
you
in a
do.
way. You see that that's perfect. Like the tweet you have open now from Marty with the schematics. Everything that is put out there, it's not meant to be understood. Like
Yeah.
it's confusing on
Implementation.
purpose. So I'm actually good at reading technical stuff, and I'm actually good at parsing the meaning from technical papers and computer science papers and stuff like that. I mean, I was part of computer science research for like 6 years, so that's all I did. So I can actually do that, and reading through the fucking Ethereum papers and everything that is related to that, it nothing makes any sense, and it's just
Come on, man.
technobubble and what might happen in the future,
Come on, man. Like look how solid this plan is. It's like implementation. Man, it's
perfect.
like
the best one is in bold, ETH1, ETH2 merge, no more PAL. Yeah. I'm waiting. And there's also, if you think you can get away with not using proof of work, you haven't understood proof of work. So
no, I mean Marty has this is like epic thread. He started in 2017 and it's like update Byzantine posting. But they're getting to it right now, correct?
Yeah, sure. It's just, like it's all like cold fusion, it's always 30 days away in the Ethereum land. It's just they're gonna make it happen.
I'm actually optimistic, man.
I hope they're gonna make it happen because it's gonna be fireworks.
Yes, because you see, like this is a roadmap updated. See, implementation progress.
Even if it works, like even hypothetically, if all of that works, and Ethereum is running on proof of stake, I mean, just wait a couple of years and it will be so centralized, and you will have like one large stakeholder, and that's going to be it. So yeah, but rant over. I hope.
No, man, like this is
not too many people will fall for it anymore.
Because you and I can't explain it well, because we've tried arguing with technical people from Ethereum. Like I remember the whole fiasco with their intentional / unintentional node split, and it's also on like Gist and Gist. It's like, but I probably can't find it. It's exactly as you say, like this is all I'm very smart, and that's what it is when you know enough about technology. But
also, to since we are on the topic, I think it's worth digging into it and listening to the people from time to time, like also the shitcoiners and to Vitalik and so on. And there was one interview with Vitalik on Eric Weinstein's podcast, The Portal, and it was one of the first ones, like it was Portal number 5 or something like that. And Vitalik admitted there, because it was like a 3-hour conversation, it's very hard to, do public relations for like 3 hours straight without slipping up once. And he admitted to selling pretty much the very top of 2018 and selling the most of the funds that the Ethereum Foundation had in ETH, like he cashed out bigly. And I think it's just hilarious, that after Charlie Lee, Vitalik, and the people behind the Ethereum Foundation, there are 2 of the largest shitcoin projects that managed to cash out at the top. So I think everyone should kind of know that.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm kind of curious if these are Vitalik tweets. I need to listen to that episode. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to bullshit for 3 hours, but now you made me a shitcoiner, man. I'm gonna listen to Vitalik instead of Seyfedin.
Yeah, see, again, you mentioned a shitcoin and I just stole like 3 hours from your life. That's what happens.
But
it's horrible.
Because we're 2 great philosophers, like we need to realize what I told you, like fun is the root of all evil, and you simply need to embrace it. Yeah, and then I mean, the important thing is that, man, you can't spend 100% of the time doing good. Like you can do 90 or 80, but then other 20%, you just like party like a rock star, which is what I'm trying to instill in everyone, watching this stream, is just don't take yourself too serious. Like when we send few people this way, perfect. Maybe those people turn it into strengthening up their character and seeing another thing that we missed on how much Vitalik is just like a lost kid. That's how I see him at this point. But no, not even a lost kid. Like, he's actually getting really good at what he's doing. He's not lost anymore. Big transformation from this.
You wanna hear you wanna hear Vitalik stumble through the words and just actually say it. I sent you on Telegram the timestamp link where he actually says it, that he's sold at the top. The Ethereum Foundation sold at the top.
So here it is. We'll just
it's shitcoin education with
yeah, let's see what comments say. Are we already dead? No, see, people are joining in. So for everyone watching this, number go up, technology, exactly. Let's go. Education. And by the way, everybody will listen to this, like hear it on the stream. So let's go.
Shitcoining with Uncle Rockstar. You can keep the acronym.
yeah, let's go.
I'm about to drink some mud, and I think you should too.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
People often ask us why we
you have ads. Why don't you have an ad blocker? What the hell is going on, man? Why don't you have like a Raspberry Pi Zero with Pi hole on it?
Because I support content creators.
Yeah, but you can do that with podcasting tomorrow or something useful. Not by looking at this fuck with what natural energy. Holy
Let's
crap.
go.
Man, I never saw a YouTube like this. What's going on? There are ads at the top right corner as well.
Man, this is mud. You got to get into mud, but this is perfect. Shitcoins and mud. Let's go.
Shorted, did you?
So I did get the Ethereum Foundation.
Sorry, man. You hearing this or no?
I hear it a little bit, but it's very low volume.
Okay, so because I can't pump it up, it's for viewers, but please, go with us. Sorry, I lost it, like how much he's tumbling. Let's go.
Foundation to sell about 70,000 ETH, like basically at the top, and that's doubled our runway now. So, and it was one good decision that had a lot of impact, but did not short.
I should say that I was weirdly somewhat relieved as well. I view that the innovation of
these 10 seconds or so where he's like, yeah, we actually sold this much at the top.
Yeah. But look at the comments, man. Like he's so good. Like, look at the number of upvotes. And it's like, those is high IQ vocals.
Yeah.
Right? Nice. Like, this person should get wrecked. Right? Like, and I feel stupid. I love it. Like, again, yeah. We just go, oh, damn. I lost it now. Let's go. I'm going to do this on the stream so that everyone can enjoy it. So it's copy link, live streaming. We go here.
Shorted, did you?
And sorry, everyone. We go here and damn it, I need to switch from my account. Let's go. There we go.
Shorted.
Perfection.
So,
and we go here and I'm stupid. I love it. And we say, get wrecked. Right? So, and now it's like, oh, toxic Bitcoiners, this and that. I mean, at least people are enjoying it. So now let's go to the main event.
Yeah,
xpub. xpub. I got it open here, man. What should I do?
Perfect. All right. So this is a learner mono-repo. So this is actually something that we can talk about already. So you see this packages folder. So it's you know about mono-repos, right? But I'm not sure how many listeners. You don't? Okay.
No,
so it's like usually when you have a large organization, you have like every single project in one GitHub repository. So you have one repo per project. But what became trendy the last couple of years, and I think Google was one of the first really large organizations that did that, to do one repository and just put everything in there, every project. So everyone is working on the same repository, but not necessarily the same code, because you have different modules, different packages. And the nice thing is that you don't have to switch to another workspace, another project, check this out if you want to change something small that is not part of your team or not part of your small thingy that you're working on. And so there's some tooling around mono projects now, and Lerna is one of them. So if you maybe you want to go to the Lerna documentation, you can see it. If you just
is it here, or I can Google it?
Google it, but I can just click around in the
Telegram
in the code, and I'll send you the Lerna link.
Yeah, so. Because you see me, I don't even have Yarn on this machine, my man.
Yeah, so install Yarn. You're gonna need that.
Look, no, I did install it. What's up with this? Look at this, man. I was trying to be ahead, but it's like no JS, LTS. So let's
do you have NVM installed, or?
Man, this is like completely new machine. Let's go learn now.
I just you don't have any node installed?
Well, I'm gonna go Choco. Look how you do it on Windows. Install Node.js.
Boom. That's right. You're on Windows. I forgot.
Well, Satoshi was on Windows. He commanded that. I know.
You also like your pineapple pizza with jalapenos?
Yes. Since I arrived to US and discovered that's a thing, I actually enjoy pineapples. Pineapple on pizza.
I actually ate pineapple jalapeno pizza on pizza day. So that was
okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, we gotta run before Giacomo kills us both. So okay, so Yarn install.
Awesome.
Okay, so now it should be Yarn.
You have to go into the right directory. It's not installed yet, Yarn?
No, I don't want to go in the right directory. I want this to be in all directories. So let's go like this.
Yeah, but to do Yarn install, you have to be in the workspace, of course.
No. I'm more like, see, that it runs in the terminal. So I got it. I just need to restart VS Code. Yeah. People are watching this and they're like, wow, that's such elite advice. See?
Perfect. Great.
And you were saying NVM. I need that as well.
No, you already have Node now, so that's fine.
There we go. See,
it's just very nice to install Node via NVM, because when you have to manage multiple Node versions, it's kind of hell. It's very similar to RVM, the Ruby version manager. It's the same idea, same thing.
No, one of the things I enjoy the most on these streams is because like all the coding videos are so like professional, and they're like, okay, you will succeed. And then when I'm doing this stuff, especially with guests, like then nothing succeeds, and it actually can be motivation for people that actually try to code.
Yeah, I mean that's normal. Every developer knows that. It's just like you're just running into walls. Like every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds something doesn't work.
But people don't expect that. I mean, there was one guy that said we need to have motivating words for developers before this started. And I would say like that's the biggest. Yeah, here is Apollo Knight. But as usual, like, is he in the comments? People are killing us a beats, but Apollo, like that's the biggest motivation for me. Like what you're seeing in videos that are recorded, like coding tutorials, that's not how it goes. It goes like this, right? Error.
Yeah.
So I now have Python.
Why?
Right.
What the hell?
Why do I need Python?
What's it doing? Gib. Oh, you need to. Oh man, it needs to compile Gib from source, from scratch. That's why you need Python.
Okay.
There are not, like, Gib is not available for all.
3 or 2? 2 or 3? 3, right?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Download Python, yes.
I'll find it out for you. But you're trying it with 3 now?
I'll try 3, right? And I don't want it all the way that deep.
It has to be 3. Python 2 support was removed. So
okay, there we go. So I'm gonna do it like this and see install for all
I'm
users.
I'm gonna send you a link for some Windows dependencies you might need. Visual C++, build environment, and you need to set MSVS version, maybe.
I don't know what I'll do without you guests on Sunday Coding with Uncle Rockstar. It really becomes so exciting, man. Like, I love pair programming.
That's pair installing. It's not even pair programming.
But the way
pair programming is awesome. Like it's, oh man, it's so awesome. To be honest, I didn't do it much in my career, but I did it from time to time, and it's so amazing. Like, you're like 10x faster, because what actually costs the most time in coding, I feel like, is just going down the wrong road, like, and it's very easy to go down the wrong road if you're just on your own, because you're of course trying different things, and but sometimes you're thinking about it wrong. And it's very similar with, you can think about it, since you're talking about entropy all the time, adding entropy to your hardware wallet setup, for example. It's so amazingly good. Just, like adding dice to your cold card setup, it's amazing, And very similar, if you have 2 brains, it multiplies. If both are actually working on the same problem and are actually concentrated and concentrate on the same thing, that you are both making the same mistake and have the same kind of wrong view of the problem in your head, the chances are very, very low. So pair programming is amazing. Like, can't recommend it highly enough.
Yeah, but I think that's like applied concept of what we were talking about Bitcoin. Exactly, going down the shitcoin road, because I love that you were talking about all your history. People think you just become a Bitcoiner and everything is great. Like, no, people that are biggest maximalists, they actually do have like huge shitcoin past, and they just don't want people to repeat their mistakes. So to me, that's how I quickly understood what's going on, because to me, like, I saw it in pair programming in the coding world, because I've been coding for over 2 decades, and in pair programming, like, that's also what's happening. If you're the one going down the wrong path, your partner corrects you, and if partner is going, it's like this stream, man. Like, you can talk and explain concepts while I'm installing the the prerequisite.
And just if someone is listening and not aware, I talked about my shitcoin past a lot, and I had one dedicated podcast episode with Coinicarus, which is about just both of our shitcoin past. So if someone is interested in the hell I went through, you can check that out. I'll keep installing Rockstar. I'll send the link to you.
Yeah, send me. There we go.
I'll find it.
Pair programming again. We got wrong error, man. Different error, so it's a progress.
Perfect. I sent a link to you on Telegram. What does it say now? So, Python arrow.
Let's see. Just this is the podcast, and let's
definitive shitcoin dump episode. So that's what it was called. Holy shit! That's over a year ago now. 4th of March 2020. Wow.
Time flies.
I'm surprised by that. So what does it say? Python.
Maybe I don't have the right version of Python.
Node 15. What node version did you install now?
How does it go?
Node.js. Yeah, node version. Oh, without GS. Okay, cool. Looks good. But what was the error above? What?
Error was about Python invalid syntax here on print.
Yeah, but that looks like... And you installed Python 3, right?
Yes. Maybe it's 3.9, the newest one.
I don't know. Like, let's see what kind of... It's really weird.
We're gonna do the famous programming.
All right.
Python installed locally is different than the version required by robo.js. So how do you influence the version required by robo.js? Because if we go Python version, it should go 3.9.2, but where does the robo define which version it needs?
Oh man, it might be
Node chip.
It seems like installing Node chip on Windows isn't the most straightforward thing. I'll send you something I just found that guides you through it step by step. I'm just not sure if it might just work with Python 2. It's like I don't know. I just saw it on the official Node chip repository that they just removed. They just removed Python 2 support. So I was assuming it needs Python 3, but I guess since this was just like, 2 days ago and the version we're using is a couple months old, it's probably still working with Python 2.
But it needs to match the version exactly. That's the thing, what I think. So it's just how you defined it.
Right.
Because
so we probably want to use pyenv, then we can.
No, we can always abandon it, man. Motivate the developers, the people trying to get into development by like how you as a developer can just abandon it.
Install pyenv, and we're gonna very easily install.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
I don't know, like I'm not a Windows wizard. There's a pyenv win fork. Or do you have a trick on Windows how to install different Python versions and use them without uninstalling and reinstalling them again? Just send you the pyenv win repo. Maybe this is the way to go.
Okay, installation. Let's go. With pip, with choco. This is the preferred poison of us on Windows. Let's go. No, let's do admin one. That's one is always better.
So to prepare, I just today on a newly installed system, I checked out xpub-tools and installed it on Linux, and yarn install worked like without any hiccups. So
but your driver doesn't, because like I'm telling you, I would have just shared your screen here.
Yeah, I know.
So I now have.
The audience doesn't know, but I can't share my screen because I'm on Linux and my video drivers don't work properly. So
yeah, but I'm telling you, man, like this. Now, how do we switch Python here?
So you can do pyenv install and just enter the version number.
Okay, so which version do we need for your?
Yeah, it's a great question. It just needs to install the node chip. And what kind of version number does it say here? 6 something?
No, it's like which version of Python does that need?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, let's go.
So compile node chip 3.8. It was 3.8.0, right?
3.8.0, yeah.
So the first Google suggestion is already node chip 3.8.0 Python version. So we're not the only ones having this problem. Still need Python 2. So let's try just let's try Python 2.7. So
I go pyenv Windows and
I'm not sure if you need to win. I have no idea. Try.
Okay, let's open it again. There we go. And I say install what?
2.7. Yay! It's amazing.
Man, this is super cool. Especially if I can switch Pythons as easily.
Yeah, you can. It's super easy. You can just do pyenv. It's like everyone who works on multiple projects. You should use version manager software for your for all your binaries. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Ruby or Python or Node or something. It's like
it's still trying to hit this specific one.
Ah, shit. Okay, but now wait a minute.
How do I switch him?
Yeah, you have to. Oh shit! Now you have the. That sucks. Now you have the. You still have the regular one installed.
I need to uninstall it, right?
Yeah. You need to uninstall it and make sure that the pyenv one is used. So you. We should have maybe done that before.
Go Python uninstall. Yes.
So that's one caveat. If you're using version managers, you always want to uninstall or disable your system versions of Python, Ruby, whatever. And sometimes it's not easily possible. Like some distributions need Python 2 installed, for example. But
I would, I actually, it's great that we're getting into this. And viewers, sorry that it's not just 1 hour. We're going to extend it 10, 15 minutes because we need to look into PRs as well. But it's good that I have you for this episode because one of the biggest things biggest problems that I had with Python is exactly that version management. And I wasn't experienced to know that like this is the thing and how you use it. So this looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Oh, see, it's a global. Maybe we should have used that.
No, we probably don't need it now. Just restart. Like once this is uninstalled, and you probably need to reload your shell here again. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go.
But I'm not sure.
No.
But usually, no. Pyenv. Try pyenv. Pyenv list or pyenv something.
What is it? Version 2.7. So can I do
do pyenv global to 2.7 and
global?
Maybe.
Okay.
And now do Python version or which Python or whatever. I don't know. No. So
okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's see. I don't know how the paths are set in Windows and what kind of magic is going on with pyenv, obviously.
Global.
do pyenv, just pyenv version or pyenv versions is the one we're looking for, I think. Or pyenv version with a singular, yeah. Okay, set by, and do pyenv which. I think that was one where it shows the path. I just want to see pyenv which 2.7 maybe. I don't know. Or pyenv which Python probably. Okay, so it's here. So you probably want to set this in your if you type Python again, and then it told you the app execution aliases in the settings. I see it still.
Let's just look into how you finish the installation.
Yeah.
So I should do this in PowerShell.
Probably.
This is and okay, so let's do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And now add the following path to your user path variable in order to access that command. Okay. I'll do that as well.
Yeah, the path that I just saw.
This is what all of you watching the stream should do. You just copy paste commands into terminal from strangers. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if they're what's the sudo equivalent in Windows? Is there
you don't
sudo,
need, you can just.
You don't need it.
You're just like go.
You're always admin. You can always destroy completely.
No, they changed that a little bit to which you can see here as like is PowerShell with permissions or no.
You create a second PowerShell instance with different privileges. That's how it works.
No, that's okay. So we did this. Let's open this again. And we say Python version. Perfection.
Let's see what happens. Because usually, like if it takes you 50 minutes to figure this stuff out, it's going to be the same error message again.
No, but I'm telling you, I'm really loving this episode, man, because there we go.
Oh, but it's a different part.
I'm telling you, progress. You're failing in a different way. I really want to know which Python you need, but luckily we now can go.
Can you make the terminal bigger so I can read more lines? Yeah. No.
See?
No. Shit.
No. You can't see this. Oh, wait. Well, how do I increase terminal?
No, it worked for a short time.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Binaries. Write to file failed. Do you have permissions to write to this path?
Yes, I should have permissions to write to this path.
Can you maybe... No. Is there a difference between the PowerShell embedded in Visual Studio Code and the regular PowerShell, like the terminal?
There shouldn't be, but let's go.
Just to make sure, let's
exit new PowerShell.
No.
Yes, so we go CD here, and there we go that, and then we go yarn.
Yeah.
Because this one is administrative. This shouldn't be any problems with permissions. I rather think it's a problem like Python version again, like 2.7 doesn't work.
Write to file failed. That's super weird. What the hell?
Yeah.
But it says unexpected character. Okay.
But you know what?
You're right. It might be.
At least now I have. I can switch versions easily. So because things not working, I was actually looking at stuff that we have on BTC Pay server repository, and I saw cookies PR was failing checks. So what I do in those cases, and I can maybe start it because we only have 10 more minutes left, my man.
Okay, I think I found a Stack Overflow answer that solves the problem.
Okay, because here is what I can do also for Cookie. I will rerun his failing tests while we are fixing this to just get it prepared. And if you have solution, send it my way, Gigi. There we go. Man, fun must end sometimes. Oh,
21.
See? Yeah. Magic
Windows
number 21. And it was 21.
Man,
you saw that?
21 seconds as well. Yeah. Holy shit, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm so glad all of this will stay.
Oh man, it's perfect that this is recorded. That's the shit that nobody believes me when I'm telling them, you know? We looked at the clock and it was 21 on my time zone, at least.
Let's increase the cultism that we're exhibiting. See, people think, yeah. I'm moving everyone to Windows.
Yeah. Next time I'm gonna play along with you on the virtual machine and install Windows.
No, next time you're sharing your screen. But to go back to 21, people think that's all, there is nothing in that, and I'm trying to explain that there is a lot of symbolism in everything that happens, because going from 0 to where we are currently, there is no way that they're,
you don't do that without a little bit of witchcraft.
Yeah. Yeah. And we already are having witches. I mean, you saw
you have a witch in your Twitter banner.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was actually DMing with her on the fact she didn't know why she blocked me, but I can't wait for this power couple to happen.
Yeah, the most violent man on earth is gonna marry a witch.
But you were watching their stream or no? While we were waiting for this.
I didn't watch it yet. I didn't watch it yet. No.
Come on, man. Come on.
I will. I have a list, I have a viewing list, and it's on there. So when I get a couple of hours, I'm gonna power through all of it.
I'm now sad I didn't prepare the link, but man, he started out strong. He's like, oh, I have money, all the companies are doing well. He was sweating. He's like, oh, Bitcoin is going up, I'm trying to keep up. I'm really rich. I just see, how awesome the Twitter algorithms are, because you might like this guy in the blue sweater. No, they were even recommending me Lex after he blocked me. So Twitter algorithms, people need to understand that. I'm going to keep repeating it on every episode. Twitter algorithms are designed for you to argue. So they just want you to fight because it's monetizing you. So one thing, here is a trick. If you want to increase the visibility of your reply, do not like the comment that you're replying to. Because if you like the comment,
wow. That's like 5D Twitter chess, man.
Yes, it is, because if you like this message, don't do what I did, but rather you just respond, and then your comment has increased visibility because algorithms think that you argue, especially if you make it to sound sarcastic or sarcastic. People
always make it seem like you're fighting.
Yes. So that's what you and me, Gigi, are going to do.
The secret ingredient is not only crime but also violence.
Yeah, because here it seems that's what we need to do.
Oh, nice. Arrow.
This is stuck. Let's go again.
Well, that sucks. How much time do we have left? Because
we have 5 minutes, because maybe we then switch to you criticizing me doing pull requests.
No, it's fine. I have one command for you that you can run, and then we can actually
Let's go.
Can actually play around with little something.
Let's go. And then pull requests next episode.
Because I actually want to talk about what we built there and what this thing is doing that we're trying to build on your machine. But you can install it like this, and it might. I'm not sure if it needs chip as well, but just try it, and if it fails, it fails.
Which help us? Yes, there you go, man.
Yarn global at blah blah blah.
Yeah, it worked. See,
it worked. Okay, so now you should have an xpub command on your path, and
boom.
Where is I lost the tab where I see you? Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, awesome. And you can do xpub derive, and then it will tell you what this thing does. So you can derive addresses from an xpub, and so you can see here if you I'll send you an xpub. So it's just a random xpub. Yeah. And
man, we are making this episode for my life coach Peter McCormick. Like, what is xpub?
Or wait. Too late. I was going to say, let's be responsible and use a testnet xpub, but you can add modifiers like v for verbose, and then you can actually see what this thing is doing and what derivation path it's using, and you can set all of that, and you can do not only v, but go n at like n3 or n5 as well, like n5. Yeah.
Gives you 3 addresses, and if you go with E, it's like, okay, it starts from 3rd index. If I go to, let me see, so let's go without it, and then I go from 1.
I'm not sure if
if you're following what I'm doing.
I think so. You wanna skip some, but I just added support for that very recently in the library. I'm not sure if it works even correctly in the CLI. You might have discovered a bug.
Yes, I have. That's what I want to say. So I want to start from 2nd one. It should give me this.
Can you remove the n? Just do I2 without n.
Let's see. So I should do then 3 here in order to get the 4th address, right?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There we go. That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
you can file a bug report.
There we go.
The
okay.
CLI tool. Yeah.
Let's do it. I want to become a contributor. Let's see where is DerGigi. Let's go.
But it's
issues.
To be clear, it's only the CLI tool. Like it's not.
No, it's not. That is not. Now I'm like, no, it's not. I found the great bug. So if you use both I and parameters in .n parameter will not be taken into account, right?
Yeah, the I parameter won't be taken into account, but yeah, because I is the index.
No, the I parameter will not be taken into account. And then when I'm usually opening issues, I love to use this tool, which is like a green shot, I think. Yes, because it's lightweight. It's also open source software. I just don't know if it has the right license. We need to find it, Gigi.
Windows doesn't have a native thingy, like most serious operating systems could just have this built in.
Yeah. But what I do now is
but you can also do alt print, which takes a screenshot of just the window
and then
go in MS Paint and cut it.
Or you can copy paste this and you say
you can do that as well.
I was on the stream with Master Philosopher. Let's see, DerGigi, because you can mention people, and tried listing 3 addresses. Try deriving 3 addresses from xpub like this.
Perfect. Yeah, excellent. Use
Because
Markdown, people. Makes everything easier to read.
Yes,
Very good.
and xpub derive
Yeah,
like this.
that's excellent.
But when I tried using and you can do this parameter.
I think I'm not sure if I remember it correctly. It's been a while. But yeah, you can file the bug anyway, but it's
It's fixed
even
already.
documented. It's documented in the tool that this doesn't work. The key index is ignored if address count is set.
Where
Go
is
to-
that? Here?
Go back. Go into one of your terminals and go xpub derive. But it should work. I was just lazy, I guess. So, and then it says in the key index parameter the description. Ignore the But I think all the viewers, they learned how to.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. It was like demonstrated here.
So.
Okay. Man, this is so
Excellent.
funny.
But maybe to explain why this thing was built and what it does. So this is a small, very small JavaScript library that that can take an xpub and derive addresses. And there's not only xpub derive, there's also validation and transformation built in. So you can also the library, for example, some might know that there are multiple variations of xpubs, like xpubs, ypubs, and zpubs, and all that stuff. And they are only different by convention. Like you can actually transform an xpub into an ypub, into a zpub, and you can transform you can use an xpub to generate back 32 addresses, and you can use an xpub to generate wrapped SegWit and legacy addresses. Like it doesn't necessarily correlate. There are some wallets even that do that wrong. So they, for example, use wrapped SegWit addresses that start with a 3, and so it should be a ypub, but if you click on show xpub, it will show you an xpub that starts with an x, which actually should only generate legacy addresses that start with a 1. So this little tool helps you to work with all this insanity. And of course, everyone hopes that all this insanity will go away soon because of output descriptors. So that's my hope as well. But anyway, why this tool was written is it's really hard to connect with a Bitcoin service and be careful about your privacy, because you have to hand over an xpub. And what we did in the Swan interface is we built something where you hand over the xpub in the interface, but it's actually not sent to the server. So what happens is on the client side, you generate a list of addresses. And this is what this tool does, like what this library does. And you hand over the list of addresses to the server. So you don't actually hand over your xpub. You just hand over a list of addresses that is going to be used. And it's better by degree, like because in your xpub, there's like 100 billion addresses. Like the address space is really large that you hand over. And if you use a wallet, like if you give over an important xpub, so to speak, then the service that gets your xpub has the view key to all those addresses. And what we try to do is just generate, I think it's like 500 enough addresses so you can use the service for a lifetime if you do weekly payouts, for example, and still have some privacy, because you don't actually hand over the xpub. You only hand over a list of addresses. And you can actually, if you know your way around browser development tools and stuff like that, if you're using Swan, you can see that this is happening. Like you can inspect what is sent over the network, and you can inspect the code, and you will see that everything is just generated client side, and the only thing that's sent to the server is like a list of addresses and not an xpub. So that was a very long explanation of why this thing exists. Yeah, Lob has some converters as well. Yeah, exactly. It does the same thing. Are you still here, Rockstar? I don't hear anything.
Yeah, that happens when I mute myself. I was just going to say that I use Jameson's converter, and but it's great that you helped me install this on command line, because on command line now I can do more magic over here. Especially, yeah. If only I can do both address count and key index at the same time. But no.
I'll see if I can find some time to implement it for you, Rockstar.
There we go. We're gonna announce it. But I'm telling you, man, what I was saying here with where is it when I opened the issue on your, this whole thing is actually also a motivation session for our guests. So in that sense, let's see if this motivates you, because to me, man, we spent even more time than designated. Like usually this is 1 hour. We're already 1 hour 36 minutes, and viewers are still with us.
Perfect. Maybe there is also a viewer that wants to have a go at it, because I think it's a rather easy fix. Like it's actually something that you can fix if you know a thing or two about xpubs and a thing or two about JavaScript. And it's open source. Should be, I think it's, what's the license? We had a lot of license talk. So
license should be MIT.
MIT. Yeah, there you go. It's MIT.
MIT.
And
okay.
So I chose wisely.
Yeah, because then let's see if somebody opened the pull request for this by next week. If not, then we need to criticize all the rock stars watching this stream.
And since I just see it, and I want to point it out to you, maybe get your opinion. I used a special commit style in this repository as well. So I played around with a couple of new things. And do you know about conventional commits? So you can see here test lib, doc slib.
Yes, I know, and I hate it.
You hate it? Okay. Why?
Conventional commits, because it stops people from being rock stars.
So you're actually forced to write good commit messages.
Not good, but man, like as you're saying, I'm always talking about entropy. Like I am, because you need a little bit of chaos and fun. And with this, like look at this. Every commit you do, you're like, oh, is it a chore? Is it a refactor? What's perf? That's performance.
Performance, yeah.
But is it improvement or?
Yeah, it needs a little while to get used to, and it's also of course it's not
like subsystem
time clear what you should use, but it also forces you to do better commits in a way to have more atomic commits. So that's why I like it as well. But I'm not perfectly sold yet. It's I haven't used it. I'm too much, but
I'm going to campaign that this is also like r/I am very smart, and it only works in teams of one. And if they're like bigger teams, they start fighting. Like, okay, you should have done refactor. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I actually used it in teams, so it works. But yeah, valid criticism as well, I guess.
Do you have any convention for branch names? Like GitFlow?
We have actually, yeah.
Which one is your preferred one?
Personally, I don't have a preferred one, but I like the distinction between very similar to the conventional commits, that you have some distinction between feature and bug fix and stuff like that. So feed / or fix / or refactor / or test / something like that.
What do you do when people come into team and then they're like enhance / instead of feed /
Yeah, I mean,
you fire them.
Of course, like for banned from Slack first strike. Just I don't know, block access to Twitter for 48 hours. then there needs to be some punishment. But what are your thoughts on Git flows? Because there's basically the GitHub flow, which is everything that lands on master is deployed and perfect, and there's the Git flow that's super complicated with like hotfix branches and development and master and staging and all of it. And because I guess it depends what you're working on. That's my opinion.
No, for me, I'm looking at different conventions right now because Strike team is growing a lot. So
but what I meant is, sorry to interrupt, but what I meant is, for example, if you're deploying mobile apps and they're actually like native mobile apps, iOS, Android apps, and you have like a longer, like it's very different when you're developing a web app and you can just fix something and it gets deployed instantly and that's it. But if you have to actually make releases and build releases and upload binaries somewhere and release them and do a staged rollout, you actually have situations where you hotfix something and you want to have this hotfix end up in master again. You don't have this situation very often when everything is instantly deployable on master anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, then you would need another branch, which is like deploy branch, right? Like when you're actually deploying what is on master into production, if you want to maintain the Git flow.
Say again? I didn't understand that.
Well, you're saying when you're working on a website, the moment that you merge into master, if that's your deploy branch, your application is being deployed to the environment, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the GitHub flow, yeah, basically.
Yeah. And if you're really like developing mobile app, for example, the moment you do this can be the moment that you're uploading your binary to store listing, but are you launching it or not? It like depends, right?
Yeah, that's true. But you have like a version build that you have laying around somewhere and it's uploaded and so on.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying like my observation, because I never was in that situation, to be honest. Would be like maybe another branch if you want to follow that, or you want to disconnect the moment of merging here to actually deploying. So that's how I would approach it.
I just sent you 2 links on Telegram. The one is the GitHub flow, and the other one is the successful Git branching model, which is the what was called GitFlow. And the guy actually just recently, I mean, again, a year ago, March 2020, but still kind of recently, I think it's nice reading this note of reflection that he had to say about his branch model that he kind of conceived, which is what you had open as well with the master branch with tags and development hotfixes.
People are with me. Look at the comments. But let me leave your links, because these are quite good links. We need to preserve the knowledge. I'm gonna read this perfection, man. Thank you for sending this in to me.
But you should read the note at the top, which is basically
he's like,
you should use a simpler workflow.
Yeah, but I love this, because people, the ones that are like, okay, I try to be too smart, those are the people you should trust, because the worst people are those like, no, I am smart, but I'm like even smarter. You just don't understand it. So simpler than this. Yeah, I think I actually read this one, but now I will revisit it. Well, Gigi, we went over the time, 2:44.
Yeah,
but
we didn't do too much coding, but a little bit of installing, a little bit of shitposting. It was a great time.
Yeah, that's the whole point, because if people are looking for perfect coding, video, there are so many great videos on YouTube already and channels, and just ask me, I'll recommend some. But for me, here's Umar again. But I'm telling you, like, we actually did a lot. And now I can easily switch between Pythons, man. Like I can finally.
You know about pyenv now. So.
Yeah, I have xpub. perfect, man. And
By the
then
way, do you have any Visual Studio Code plugins that you recommend, or anything fancy? I always like to ask that other developers.
No, man. My recommendation is you switch to Visual Studio and code as God Satoshi himself coded Windows. So that's my recommendation. And with that recommendation, like, I will actually close this so that we can let our viewers go. Man, they're sticking with us. They're having fun. See, Zax is now enjoying the fact that he is going to do 2 hours of timestamps to just. But Zax, there is so much wisdom here because we had Gigi, so you're gonna enjoy it. You get to experience wisdom twice.
For Umar, who says that conventional commits are a pain in the ass, I somewhat kind of agree, but there's great tooling around it, and there are Visual Studio Code plugins, for example, that let you do conventional commits really easily. So if you're having, like, if the pain is actually typing in the conventional commits, then it's still something like that. And it's, it's an orange circle. Like, that's a sign as well. It has to. It's Bitcoin is an orange circle. Like, it's
all
very
the signs.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
All the signs. Well, Gigi, my man, thank you for doing this with me, for coming on so we can have fun together.
Yeah, I'll be better prepared next time, and I'll make sure that I can share my screen. I'll get the video driver sorted out hopefully tomorrow morning. So
do that, and
I'll do some OBS magic as well the next time I'm on.
Be ready for that, because the next thing we're doing together, we're doing Matt Odell, that Citadel dispatch stream.
Oh, holy shit! Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
So
always ready.
We dispatch, and let me see. I nailed it. So I'm just gonna announce that right now. Sorry, all the Twitter comments I tweeted, but we're going to do Citadel dispatch in about 6 months when your book is done.
We might be able to do it earlier. I think we will have something to talk about. Yeah.
Okay, but as soon as you have something to talk about, you and me, we need to go on Citadel Dispatch, pump up Matt a little bit, because he's taking this dear family, dear friends too hard, and we need to tell him how the universe ends. So be ready for that. I'm depending on you, man. You'll let me know when we're doing it.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Thank you, Gigi, again for doing this. Rockstars, thanks for being with us. Next Sunday is the same thing at 1 p.m. We're going to have another awesome guest. I'm going to announce who. And with that, let's go to our great outro that will be special this time. Super special, because every time it's special since Nicholas is on the outro. But look at this one.
I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it.